I think with Graham and with Dan, guys, if we'd have been offered 2-2 at the end of the game, at the start, if you were told that, would you have taken it?
Absolutely. I mean, I was in your live stream this morning with a knobhead security guard, and I turned around and said that in the comments 2-1 Liverpool, and I'd take that now because I was just so scared of another embarrassment. I just thought with the extra motivation of the title charge for Liverpool, I just thought they'd want it a lot more, but again, they just didn't turn up at Old Trafford again.
I mean, can we play Liverpool every week, mate, if they're going to let us off the hook like that? I mean, again, can't finish Liverpool, and we took that one moment, didn't we? That was it.
Well, the first, the assist for Bruno Fernandes was spectacular. I mean, it completely came against the run of play. And I did say when we did the rundown of what results we were going to get, I said that I thought Liverpool would win this game today because there was more riding on it. They kept certain players on, Robertson, and there was no taking off Robertson and Salah if you noticed. But what I would say, I'm disappointed that we retreated to our 18-yard line and had the initiative back to them. Now, I've always said, he can make whatever substitutions he wants, but I think if you give up the initiative like that, and we had it for a while, you're playing with fire, and whatever you think of Liverpool, when they're on the ball, they do use it well and they move it quickly. And they got their rewards, but they would have wanted to win that.
Like Graham said there, Dan, though, disappointing because that shot from Bruno from Kwanzaa's mistake was our first attempt all game. That's like, I don't know, was it 50 odd minutes in that or something?
It was literally just the turning at 50 minutes as it happened.
That was our first shot, mate. That shows you how bad we were in the game. I know the game changed on that moment, but it's hard to just forget about how bad you can be for one half of football and just praise what we did in that, I thought, 20-minute spell. Did you see it any differently?
I mean, the first half, the first 5 minutes, should I say, that offside goal, it was quite narrow, to be honest. And I felt like we played very narrow in the first half. We weren't pushing the sidelines or anything. And Liverpool's midfield is just compact, and we were losing every 50-50. We were losing a lot of short passes. It was poor. Casemiro, the weak link yet again. I don't know what we do, because when he's not in the team and we see someone like McTominay or Amrabat playing that six, we're even worse. But even though Casemiro's playing at his worst, he's still our best holding midfielder, unfortunately. But second half, I just want to know what Ten Hag actually said to the players, because again, we get in a winning position and we can't see it out. And this is my debate. I want Ten Hag to stay and I back him full-heartedly. But the difference between a good manager and a great manager is the great managers know how to win, and I don't know if Ten Hag has that in him.
I think that's what's come out of it, Graham. A lot of United fans are stuck on how to actually analyse United at the moment, with being resilient and coming back in games. Like, we're out of it against Brentford, somehow managed the goal, staying in it. There's character there, you could say. Yeah. Coming back from 2-0 down against Chelsea. Well, then the other side of it, people are saying when we get in front, we just seem to revert back to going deep and not feeling like we deserve to be in that position, not be able to kill teams off.
Well, I'd love to be a fly on the wall when he discusses certain aspects of the game with his superiors, because what I would say is, again, and this is not a slight on Marcus, despite what we've said before, but he was signalling to come off. We now, with him coming off, there is no number 9, even if you think he's not very good at it, and I will say he's not. And for a minute we were playing Amrabat as a 10. And Bruno went out wide until Kobe came off and he went into his natural position. So really, I think if you've got the squad with the right depth and you're actually pushing towards the top of the table, you are actually running out of excuses. But as I've always said, I think this team tries as hard as it possibly can. It's just not very good. It's just not a good team.
No, I think Casemiro, you told me privately you would sell Casemiro this season. I think, Dan, did we see why Graham came out with them comments? And a lot of other fans have said today they've been complaining about Casemiro. It's right now our younger players look the more composed players, because today Willy Camboala, Kobe Mainu, I think they would stand out in their positions in our team today. Højlund, I think, I'm concerned about him at the moment. I think he's gone down a road where he is just running down blind alleys. He's struggling a bit, but the academy players coming through, I want to try and spin a positive in, coming to the end of this season, mate. But Camboala again today, like most have said, shaky-ish start, but then show maturity again beyond his years. And I think that's what we can cling on to, that if Ineos can grasp the quality that's coming out of this academy, 9-1 in the under-18s, 5-1 in the under-16s against Liverpool. Like, they've got players like Bradley and academy players coming through in that team Liverpool there today, and we're killing it right now in our academy divisions. We have to be able to nurture that quality youngsters coming through, because that's something that hasn't happened over the last 10 years at this club, is it?
No, because I feel like the academy's been scapegoated a lot in the last few years. We'll sell academy players for not high wages or not high transfer fees, should I say, and a lot of them don't really get a look in. I look at Anthony Elanga that season he had under Ralph Rangnick. Ole, he was hardly near Ole's team before he got sacked, and then all of a sudden, Ralph Rangnick, we saw the keen eye he has for like prospects. Obviously, selling Sadio Mane for Salzburg. You know all the players he looks out for, and he saw something in Anthony Elanga, but when Tenag got hired, Anthony Elanga was nowhere, and I just feel like that's kind of kicked a lot of managers in the backside by not using the academy, because it's frustrating, I think, because we get Garnacho, we get Mainu, we see Camblera today, you know, the potential is there, and, you know, they're still a part of a squad. I mean, this Forson, who's on the bench, I mean, I've seen him play a few times, I think you have as well, and I don't think he's that good, but, you know, he's still an academy player at the end of the day, and it is impressive because they do show a level of maturity that certain senior players don't, and you know, maybe they could stay at Manchester United and have a great career, or will they leave and go to bigger and better clubs, because right now United are in quicksand.
It depends what you want to do with the youth, because I said this about Chelsea's academy, and one thing about Chelsea is they will play players to a point where they think you're a good level, but it's not quite us, and I think that's why they get big fees for players like Lewis Hall, and, you know, and all the rest who've gone for big fees. I don't think the academy players who have broken through to the first team don't show enough at that level to actually warrant the fees, and we're losing out on it. But on the other thing, because what I said in the message to Adam was, I've got to a point where if a senior player is not actually performing, you've got Arsenal now as a benchmark, who've brought in players who weren't senior, who have now become seniors within a couple of years. You look at Gabriel, you look at the, I mean, even Jorginho is about the most senior player they've got, and he's a squad player. They've actually come to a point where they're challenging for a league, and the seniority, 30 pluses, isn't in that team, is it, Adam?
No, it's not. I mean, guys, to finish it off before we get drenched even more, two sets of fans that are probably walking away from this game today not really that happy for two different reasons. Let us know what you think. Drop your comments in below. Let us know what you thought of today's game. Who was the shining light? Cheers for watching, guys.